$99 board should be terrible, even if it's by Meepo. And spoiler alert, the Meepo Amp board does indeed have plenty of shortcomings, but it's also one of the most fun boards we've ever reviewed. At a glance, the Amp board is a shorter longboard with drop-down brackets. It looks polished despite its $299 price tag, but there's definitely a price you pay with this setup. Let's run through the specs as usual. Let's start with the deck. It's actually pretty short, at just 22 inches or 57 centimeters, but the brackets extend the wheelbase, bringing the total length to 33 inches or 85 centimeters. It's made from Canadian maple and has a beautiful concave. The deck has some flex, but you might wish it didn't, as this setup offers almost no ground clearance. The design is intended to create an extremely low ride. Your feet are just 32 millimeters from the ground. Crazy. This super low ride height is the defining feature of the Amp board, but there are other wild design choices, so let's move on. Mounted on a double drop bracket, Meepo uses their usual reverse kingpin shredder trucks here. These are solid trucks, responsive yet stable, but stability might not even be necessary considering how slow the board is. More on that soon. Flip the board over and you'll find a single enclosure housing both the battery and ESC. It's thin and does its best to stay off the ground, but fails frequently and ends up like this. Luckily, it seems tough enough to handle the abuse. The slim enclosure also means a tiny battery, just 7S1P, translating to just 63 watt-hours or 2.5 amp-hours. You'll get about 9 miles or 15 kilometers per charge if you're conservative, and about 5 miles or 8 kilometers in normal riding conditions. Because of this small battery, be ready to kick push the board frequently. It actually invites you to kick push since the single hub motor creates almost no rolling resistance. You'll have to kick push from a stop every time, not just to save battery, but also because a single hub motor takes forever to launch. Also, since it's using a Lingy ESC, the board automatically powers on once you start rolling. Lingy ESCs typically deliver punchy acceleration on powerful dual hubs, but on this single hub setup, they have no choice but to feel gentle and smooth. The Amp board does come with Meepo's new M6C remote. Surprising, given this is Meepo's cheapest board. Nice. This hub motor is 540 watts, and you only get one of them. It'll get you up to 14 miles per hour or 22.5 kilometers per hour. Faster than you can run, but only half as fast as Usain Bolt. To be fair, 14 miles per hour is the legal limit in some places for personal mobility vehicles. Good guy Meepo is just trying to help you to keep the laws. And forget about inclines with the Amp board, at least nothing steeper than you can comfortably kick push up. Even if the board can manage, it'll drain the battery so fast you'll be pushing for the rest of the journey. The standard wheels are 94 millimeters, but if you are willing to sacrifice even more torque and range, you can consider tinkering it to 105 millimeter wheels. This is important because of ground clearance. If you love ultra low ride height and are willing to sacrifice literally everything,
what did it cost?
Everything.
The Amp board is exactly what you're looking for. The clearance is so low that Meepo includes warnings. Don't ride over speed bumps and don't go down slopes. The board just can't handle the angle. You can't bounce on the deck either, because any bounce and it bottoms out. With our even lower 90mm prototype setup, even carving hard scrapes the side of the deck. Still, riding this low is as fun as it looks. You'll feel like you're practically on the road. What separates you and the road is really thin. It's a very intimate, real feel kind of experience. By now, it's clear that the Amp board has some big weaknesses, but also standout strengths. 1. The super low ground clearance is either a deal breaker or a key feature, depending on who you ask. 2. A small battery and single motor mean limited power, but also make the board incredibly light at just 13.4 pounds or 6.1 kilograms, like a regular longboard. 3. The price. There are many unpowered longboards that cost much more, and Meepo didn't cut corners on the parts either. Ride free, push less. With the Amp board, you're free to ride as long as the ground is flat. You'll push less, but you will still have to push. The Amp board is best categorized as an electric assist board, reducing your need to kick push, rather than a fully powered electric skateboard. For 80% of riders, this is absolutely not the board to get. But if you love ultra-low ride height, nothing else comes close. And if you're choosing between a regular longboard and your first electric ride, why not start with this fun little guy? As always, if you are looking to buy a Meepo, or actually any e-skate, be sure to use our affiliated discount code with the link below. It will help you get a small monetary discount and helps us out too. You'll also be tagged as an Electric Skateboard HQ customer and probably be treated better. Ride safe, guys.